Hi, welcome. Okay, so I just wanted to say before the video started that we didn't really have a plan or like an organization to the discussion. So it's basically just us talking for like 15 minutes about the book. So if it gets confusing, I'm sorry, but like we just kind of talked about it and talked about everything all at the same time. So that's pretty much it. Also, we did not hold back on what we were saying. So like if you haven't read the book, then please don't watch this video because there are a lot of spoilers and this is mainly for people who have read the book. So that's all I have to say. Okay. Enjoy.
Hello, my name is Nidhi. This is Yumeko, and today we are talking about Daisy Jones and the Six.
I took this off. Mine. Do you read with the cover on? I'm so sorry.
No, I don't. I don't. I don't read with the cover on, but I brought it for the aesthetic of the video. Anyway,
this is more prettier. Okay, this is the cover, but like, look how pretty this is.
Did you throw this away?
No.
Let's just begin. Anyways, the sun is going down.
It's gonna be fine.
Okay.
It's gonna be.
Anyways, let's talk about like writing. Like, what did you think about like the writing style and how it was written?
You underlined some stuff. Like, what do you mean?
Like, for example, can I show the book?
Okay, it's not very dense, which I liked, so it's easy to get through your head.
For the example, like the book, like it shows like it shows like the character name, and then it like gives a little thing because it's basically it's a recording, but then turned into a transcript because there's this woman who's like recording their story. So, I thought it was super unique how that happened.
I liked it because it was easy to follow along, but like there's a lot of names in this book, so if you put this book down and don't pick it up for months like me, then like you're obviously gonna be confused, so don't do that. I just love how it goes in depth about the industry, and it's not afraid to show like the sensitive parts of it, which is really nice.
Because it gives you insight onto like, it's not just like sunshine, rainbows, like, ooh, like, like happiness, like all the time. There's a lot of like fighting and like stuff like that. Okay.
It just gives you a really good in-depth of like what the person is going through, like what the characters are going through.
How about characters? Who did you like? Who was your favorite?
I was gonna ask you that. You can't do that.
Who was your favorite character?
Obviously, Daisy. I'm kidding. Honestly, I actually really liked her because like she was adored and she knew she was been adored like her whole life, and she just kind of dissociated herself away from that.
Yeah.
Even though like her family situation, like they basically neglected this teenage girl.
Oh yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah, and like it just shows like how strong they are. But like it doesn't matter if you're ugly or pretty though. That's why. But I don't know. I thought by the end of it, Billy was getting on my nerves.
Oh, for sure. Okay. For me, I really liked Karen. I don't know what I'm trying to say. The lighting is going down and I'm like sad about it. Oh, it's like better. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna use this.
Okay, what was your favorite scene of the book?
I wrote that. Oh my gosh, you're so good. Okay, anyways.
We're so annoying.
The album cover, when they're like shooting the album cover, this is spoilers. They're shooting the album cover, and then they're talking about how Daisy and Billy were like the center of it, and you can tell that they're the center of it, and then they like shot it at this place.
The desert, yeah.
And then it like fully describes the way the picture looked. I was like, I want to see that picture. I want to know exactly how amazing it was. And like that just might be my like photographer brain, but like I don't know.
There was one character, I forgot his name. He was like really angry about Billy.
That was Eddie. Or who was it? Open the book.
Was it Jim?
No, not Jim.
There was this one character that was very like angry at the fact that
I think it was Eddie.
Billy was like doing his own thing with the whole group basically and just taking over, and then like even though he's pointed out as a bad person, like an antagonist within this literature, I sound like an English but like I actually did understand where he was coming from, because if you're doing all this work and then someone just erases it and they're just like, no, we're gonna do it this way, and then they already had the label that they're a musical genius, but they're not letting other people. Yeah,
because it was at like when they had just filmed their album, and then Billy went in again with like the producer guy, and he was like, I'm gonna like mix it all up, and then they like spent some time mixing it up, and then they came back the next day with like the rest of the band, and then they realized they're like, what the heck, like this isn't like exactly how we made it all together like as a band. And then Eddie was like pissed,
because
which was interesting.
like and like it's supposed to be a group thing because they are a group. Okay, how did you feel about them letting Daisy in? Remember that like time where they're like, oh, like is she in the group because she wanted to do her own thing?
I was like, I thought like it was good that they let her in. I didn't like the whole part where Billy was like, I don't want to let her in because like
She's a girl.
yeah, like we clashed, like I'll struggle because like I'm basically falling in love with her. Like I didn't like spoiler. I didn't like that.
Okay, like remember when they kissed and like their chemistry basically showed when they were performing, and everyone in the crowd could feel their connection except them because they would just keep denying it, which was so annoying because Billy, like, you have a wife and a child.
I like the fact that Billy didn't leave his children. Don't you think that's like questionable?
The what?
Like, I don't know, like I guess it's just life that like you end up falling in love with someone. Like you fall in love with two people. But like
no, that's why there's a saying that like there's multiple soulmates in the world.
Yeah.
That's why when people marry and someone dies, let's say for an example, and they become a widow and you can get remarried, you fell in love again. So which one's the real one? But
yeah.
they're both the real one. I don't know. The concept of love to me is
It's weird.
too much.
It's complicated. And he just happened to find his other soulmate when the other one was still alive.
I mean, they
which
were
I guess
really
was okay.
compatible, like music-wise, stubborn-wise. Like they both
Yeah.
wanted the same exact thing. They both had that drive. It's just like wrong time.
Very wrong time.
But the way, okay, sometimes
But he got her in the end.
he got an end.
Spoiler, big gigantic spoiler, the ending. Camilla dies. And then
Yeah.
Camilla's like to her kids, like, hey.
Isn't the kid the interview? Yeah, the kid is the interviewer.
Yeah, the big daughter, Julia. And then Camilla sends an email to the two daughters being like, hey, let Billy go back to Daisy because she understands. Which I thought was so cool on Camilla's part. It's not even her job to do that. And she freaking did that. So then
And
they
she's a
did get back
really
together
cool
in the
person.
end.
I like the industry of like music and stuff, and I like singing and stuff. So like when I liked how it wasn't just focused on the drama, because it actually did show you the actual process of like singing and writing is really difficult, and that's what a lot of people struggle to do. And like the fact that they showed you the progression of them starting out and then making it and getting a hit, I thought that was really cool.
How about like the group dynamic? Did you agree
It was so messed up.
or were you mad?
It was because it was like everyone were pushovers. They just let those two do whatever they want, and that's why at some parts, what was her name? The girl on the keyboard, was it Karen?
Karen, yeah.
She was like, because she was like a really strong female figure in that one, but in the beginning, like she was kind of like just brushed off.
Yeah,
Or
definitely.
most of the characters were brushed off, which I didn't think was fair because like yeah, we get it. You're I guess the visualizer of like for everyone to see, because your two faces, Billy and Daisy's face, were at the front.
Yeah.
And everyone, but I feel like that happens today in society when you see a band, you only look at the singer because they're the one singing, but do people actually pay attention to the drummer?
Exactly.
Or like the people fixing the lights? Because going on tours and stuff like they did takes a lot of people and a lot of work.
That's why, like, I think that's why this is like a good conversation to have. Because for me, I was like, I liked the fact, I didn't like it, but I agreed with the fact of how everything went down. Yes, there was pushovers. Yes, there was pushovers, but I felt like, for me, it was like that's how it happens. Like, it was
you
like
need pushovers.
Yeah, like who else? Like the album wouldn't have been good if it was everybody leading. You needed a leader, and the leaders happened to be Daisy and Billy, and then basically just Billy.
But when they did get a hit, like that's where you're allowed to be creative because you're already known. So at that time when they're still pushing people over, that's where I kind of got annoyed because I'm like, you already made it. Like you let them have a chance now.
For me, it's like from a film thing standpoint. Yeah, from a standpoint of like continuously working with like artistic groups. I talked about this in a different vlog, but like continuously working in like different artistic groups and creating something that is art, you always need obviously everybody's important. Without the keyboards, without the drums, without the guitar, there wouldn't be a band. But I feel like you always need someone who's leading and calling most of the shots and like mediating the group and like being like, oh, I'll take your idea. Billy wasn't doing that. That's the part that annoyed me. He wasn't doing it correctly. But I felt like sometimes you have a vision, and if you don't let that vision happen, then you can't show like your potential. But that just might be me because I'm used to I'm like that. I'm like I'm just like a person who has to take control, which I'm working on.
She's like an actual like active person. I'm just an observer. So I see like your standpoint, and then like from the observer standpoint, like I see the people getting pushed aside. But I understand what you mean. But I feel like he could have mediated the group better or facilitated better.
Oh, for sure.
Because yes, you can show your creative standpoints, your creative points and stuff. But if you're constantly like doing that to other people, then you're not gonna have a keyboard person, you know, or you're not gonna have a guitarist. And even though you can always find another one, but it's not the same because the fans already
they're
like,
attached
to that. So, and like the thing that was really weird about it is like the whole band, they were a family, but they weren't. Like they had their own like weird lives outside of it. So many secrets like went down.
So many secrets, like the Karen and Graham thing. I was like, yes, I was excited for them, but then I was also like, everybody's like living their own lives. Like even Graham and Billy, who are brothers, aren't even like
he's a pushover. They literally say that.
Yeah.
Like he will always stand by Billy no matter what. And that's just.
And Graham allows himself to be pushed over, which is interesting.
What was Daisy's best friend that was like in another?
Her name was like, what was it?
Oh, did you read this like the songs when they were like writing the songs? Did you?
No. Did you?
No.
I wanted to hear them.
Yeah, I couldn't just read them like poetry.
I think the audiobook. No, I'm not sure if the audiobook has them. Apparently, the audiobook for this, like each character is read by a different person. So I really want to listen to that. Simone.
Yeah.
Simone. I love Simone. Actually, Simone was my favorite character.
When Daisy got married,
dude, to like that prince or whatever.
I was like, and he treated her so bad. And no, the fact that what I loved is like she found out it wasn't true love when she was dying in the bathtub, and she was like, he didn't care. Like he literally just watched me. I was just like, bruh.
But she like, I
Don't
never.
Put that awkward bruh in there.
I will put it in. I'll put it in and then I'll like zoom into it.
This is so off topic, but when they were like, they first started making money and they started spending it like crazy.
Oh yeah.
I was like, fast money goes fast. Like
that one man bought a boat and he like lived in a boat.
I'm like, you guys have taxes to pay. You know that, right? Like, I'm pretty sure taxes were relevant in the 1970s.
For sure.
Especially after the Vietnam War and stuff. Like during that time, I was like, guys, save your money. I really did like the book though. Like,
I love the book. What would you give it out of 5 stars?
4.5.
4.5? Okay, I gave it a 5. I think. What was the like thing that made it a good book for you? Like, what did you resonate with?
I think it's the fact that, like, I'm just biased because I love the time period and I love like the music industry and stuff.
Yeah.
And like, I just love that part. But I don't know. They just made everything. They made everything run really smoothly in the book.
For me, it was like, look at that man. Like, I want to be that man so bad. Do you see him? Like, he's so like cute and tiny. There's a man sitting on a mountain over there, and it's very nice. It's just a vibe. I hope he's like an old man, so then he's like just staring at the sun and like being happy with life.
There they are. I'm shaking the camera way too much, but it's okay. Oh my gosh, it looks so like serene and like nice. Look at that.
What resonated with me? For me, it was definitely the artistic standpoint, like creating an art, and then also the group thing because I related to that.
Read the book.
Yes, definitely read the book. It's very good. It's very.
Subscribe to our channel.
No, I don't do that. I don't do that.
Well, I'll do it for you
Okay,
because
thank
you don't
you.
do that. Subscribe.
Wait, we need to end it with like a good thing about the book.
Read it. It's great.
But yeah, read the book, please. It's really good. It's not like I get that it's overhyped and everybody on BookTube listens to it and reads it and whatever.
What's BookTube?
It's like YouTube but for books.
I'm dumb.
She's like new to this. She's not actually part of BookTube. She just like.
But I read. I
Yeah,
try.
she reads a lot. Okay, I gave her City of Girls. She's gonna read that, and we're gonna be reading Mrs. Everything and having another discussion about it. But yes, so it was really interesting, and I loved it, and she loved it, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I always do this. I'm like.
Subscribe to our channel, hit that bell, comment down below, and give this video a
like.
thumbs up. Follow her on Instagram, but you probably came from her Instagram.
Girl Made of Words.
Either way, just
Yeah.
follow it. Make sure you're following. her
And
Instagram.
thank you for watching if you got this far. Okay. See ya.
Can you hear it?
Yeah. If I can hear it, the camera can hear it.
Can you do it?
Does mine sound weird?
Thoughtful.
Wait, you hear it differently in yourself. Isn't that
Yeah.
weird? We're just.
No,
I'm
but
gonna put this in the
I
video.
did this with my choir friends. I made everyone do it because I was like going weird.
Yeah.
And then you could tell that everyone has a different tune in them.
Yeah. I think mine's more like.
Our own
Like
music
hollow,
box.
like
Like
thick.
you could slap yourself and make music.
Okay. Bye.